Hey guys, I'm Joy's Point of View, JP by my channel. I'm Christian and I'm going to talk about Invincible Fight Girl on Adult Swim. Invincible Fight Girl is this new show that is streaming right now on Adult Swim. It's created by Justin Gordon Montgomery, and I was interested in it because it's an original project. And I'm gonna talk about why I enjoyed the first episode, and also my concerns about the show because I have concerns, especially since Arcane is booming and it's taking the storm by the internet. So I'm kind of having concerns. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning to my channel, you know the drill. I'm gonna talk about the summary of the show, what I liked, and my concerns. So starting off with the summary, it's this show Invincible Fight Girl. It's about a world where wrestling is like the main priority. So far we've been introduced to two elements in the story: the accountants that that address the taxes of the wrestlers, and the wrestlers that like dominate this world. The accountants, they check the taxes, they handle the taxes of the wrestlers, and the wrestlers, they provide entertainment for everyone else. Andy saw a wrestling match when she was a kid, and ever since then, she's been secretly training to be a wrestler because it was such a thing that she wanted. But unfortunately, her family are accountant people, so they've been putting pressure on her to stay in accounting. And since she respects her family too much and realizes how much they sacrificed for her, she feels like she can't complain. So she chooses to be an accountant despite her passion being wrestling. And when they what I loved about this is when she met the wrestlers for the first time and realized how arrogant they are, where it kind of crushed her spirit because it's a deconstruction of her fantasy that she thought these wrestlers were these cool people, only to find out how much some of them are really jerks. So I loved that deconstruction of fantasy. And then she also met, and afterwards she met this lady who like provided some sort of comfort to her in a way, where she decides to wrestle until she saw a wrestler being a bully. Like, I think he's an antagonist for the first episode. And then we got to the one of the most awesome fight sequences I've ever seen so far. Okay, obviously there are way better fight sequences in Western animation, such as Castlevania, X-Men 97, Arcane. What am I talking about? But the action sequences are good. I mean, obviously it's no Arcane level. Arcane is on another level, and X-Men 97. But still, it was a fun action sequence and I enjoyed it a lot. Especially how I think I enjoyed it more than wrestling, any wrestling match actually. And I haven't watched wrestling since I was a kid. So yeah. Afterwards, it cut it off to a cliffhanger where Andy and where her parents realized that Andy is a wrestler and that's all she wanted to be, which was kind of funny. Now I liked the animation. The animation was really nice. It was very nice. I enjoyed it, and I don't know whether because I really love 2D animation, but I also love the anime inspirations that the show had. Even though I'm not really a huge fan of anime, I know, shocker, right? A modern person not a fan of anime. That's me. I'm not a fan of anime. But I was able to enjoy the show regardless. Even though I did see some anime undertones, such as the internal monologue to tell the audience what the character is thinking, even though we don't always need that. And I do love the main character herself, Andy. She's a comfort main character. She's adorable. She's also relatable about wanting to dream, about having dreams, about wanting to become this thing, but you don't have the means to become one until your one moment comes, a moment to shine, but you are still facing obstacles along the way, such as approval of your parents. I mean, to some people, that's relatable. To most people, actually, that's relatable. So, yeah, I actually like Andy. Now, my concern about this show so far is that Episode 1 was released like what, 7 days ago, 8 days ago? And on YouTube, it hasn't even reached 1 million yet. So I am worried that the show might. I wonder if it will last more than season 1. I wonder, are we gonna get another season? I really wish we get another season because people always complain about race swapping, that we need original stories. You, there it is, an original story. Please support it. I enjoyed the first episode, and I'm pissed that on IMDb the rating dropped from 7.7 to 7. I hated that. I hate that. Why? Let's support more original work, please, guys. Like, you guys love to talk about how we need to give us something new, give us original characters. You have an original character and it's actually good. Now, but my concern is that since Arcane is not gonna be released in one day, like how Netflix usually release their shows, they usually release their shows in one day. But that's not the issue with Arcane. With Arcane, it's gonna be released throughout November. So if so I feel like it will have a negative impact on the show in terms of viewership ratings because the first episode hasn't even broken 1 million views yet. And their week is almost over since its release. And it hasn't even broken 1 million views yet. So I'm concerned about the well being of the show, especially since I think it was a mistake releasing it in November. Because November, a lot of people are going to be talking about Arcane, and rightfully so, because Arcane is extremely popular. It's extremely popular. It made an impact since season 1. So I am concerned that it might have a negative impact on this show, an original show. Since people are not familiar with this show yet because it's original, and Arcane, not only is it a returning series, but it's also an adaptation. And an adaptation of a popular game. So, yeah. And Arcane so far is taking the internet by the storm. Everyone is talking about Arcane, but not many people are talking about Invincible Fight Girl. So I am worried that this show might get cancelled. And it deserves so much better than this. This show deserves recognition. People should know more about this show. Please, Jesus, let this video have so many views. Please, Jesus. Jesus, please. Because we need to support more original content out there. And this is an original work. Please. I am really concerned that I'm not saying that it will get cancelled. I don't want to jinx it. Pun intended. I don't want to jinx it and say it will get cancelled after season 1. But I am concerned because I feel like that's like the higher possibility. That's its highest possibility, that it has a high possibility that it might get cancelled after season 1. And I don't want that because the show has so much potential. And I don't want that potential to be squandered. This show deserves so much recognition. The first episode was so good, and since it's an original work, it needs more love and support. So please, I highly recommend the first episode. It's free on YouTube. Please, guys, watch the first episode. That being said, that was my thoughts on Invincible Girl. I loved it a lot. I loved the first episode. I was sold on it, but I am. If I have money, I will finish it. I will finish the rest of the show. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Like, subscribe, share the video. Don't forget to leave the comments. Feel free to leave the comments and share the video. Like, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, guys. And thank you. Bye.